that state of emergency could stop Galamsey. It is true. The NDC were right in opposition, and those saying today are also right. Now, this is the situation. NDC was in opposition, says that the thing is at 20%. You need to declare state of emergency, Mr. President. NDC comes to office at 60%, and they said, oh no, state of emergency, it will come later. Galamsey, yes, own the politics. Council of State, Mr. President knows, everybody knows the kind of people who are there, that you find the people in there. The executive, they are there. Parliament, they are there. The only place where they are, in fact, even the media, some of them own the media. Yeah. Where's our hope? If Mr. President will not do it, it's okay. I'm tired. I've suffered under every government. You guys can come and punish me, it's okay. Somebody should die for something. Omani, my brother, he died for something. But his own people cannot even make what he died for even count. They are thinking that they've raised 3-something million, 6-something million using government donations and all that blah 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 to use that to mask and say I'm thinking of your family. That's the small thinking that you people have. Nothing, small thinking. You think you give people money and that is it. It's not just for what he wants. He wants you to transform this country. That's why Omani would have been a fine president. Please, we should stand for something. If you're an NDC man and this is happening, talk to your people, stand out. You should have honor. You can't be an MP with reasonability, with mandate, with allegiance to the Constitution of Ghana. And you see this and keep quiet and come and have the audacity to come and even discuss the fact that the president never used the word state of emergency. Nonsense. Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? Do you have a conscience?
Gold is the one holding Ghana now. And because of Galamsey Intina, we were 80 tons per year. After year, 135 tons. Additional, be brave free Galamsey. So we must be prepared to sacrifice in the fight against Galamsey. Say production will come down. It means that exports will reduce. And then also the issue of employment. Because employment in the Enankodani Bebre, Galamsey. Into Okotia Galamsey, a lot of the young people who currently are surviving with Galamsey would also get unemployed. And those are two consequences.
If we don't fight for the Ghana that we want, we will not get the Ghana that we need. So if His Excellency the President, and I know him a bit, he's a good, nice man. Whatever is holding him, I don't know. John Mama is a good, fine man. His brain is on point. His children are sweet people. I can't understand that he would think of other people's children to drink this water. I don't think the First Lady in her sanity would ever sit down and approve of any of this when one of the people she loves the most has died. Why should the Minister of Lands be raving and ranting as if he's the only one on the streets? Where are the people who said 1 week? Sam George, my brother, Igbo Yo. Okujato, where are you? We have to call you out. My own brother, Roxy Dafiamo Paul, you cannot change your mouth. Please, it's not about your party. It is about Ghana. There should be something we should stand for. Sam George said the president can solve this in 1 week. By doing what? Declaring a state of emergency. And that's true. If any president were to declare a state of emergency, nobody goes there. So that's true. That will solve the problem. There's no question about that. That is true. And if you say these things and you come to government and say that, well, we are in government, as you just said, that the turbidity of the water is getting worse under your government, worse than when you said we should declare a state of emergency. At a certain turbidity level, you said declare a state of emergency. Turbidity level becomes worse. You now have the power. And you tell us that you don't want to declare a state of emergency, and we should listen to all this beautiful English being spoken by a lawyer, that we have done this, we have done you and this and that. All that is okay. It's a political question. The acting Chief Justice told the Bar Conference this week that the Galamsey has become worse under President Mahama. Felix Kwame Ofosu, the government communication minister, says he needs evidence of that. He needs evidence of the fact that the situation has become worse. He said nobody has provided the evidence. He doesn't have the evidence. Kolebu Teaching Hospital is reporting things. He doesn't have the evidence. The turbidity of the water from Ghana Water Company, he doesn't have the evidence. These are the matters that is making the politics unbelievable. So this is the situation confronting the NDC. It is true that that state of emergency could stop Galamsey. It is true. The NDC were right in opposition, and those saying today are also right. Now this is the situation. NDC was in opposition, says that the thing is at 20%. You need to declare state of emergency, Mr. President. NDC comes to office at 60%, and they say, oh no, state of emergency, it will come later. Galamseyers own the politics. Council of State, Mr. President knows, everybody knows the kind of people who are there, that you find the people in there. The executive, they are there. Parliament, they are there. The only place where they are, in fact, even the media, some of them own the media. Yeah. Where's our hope? If Mr. President will not do it, it's okay. I'm tired. I've suffered under every government. You guys can come and punish me, it's okay. Somebody should die for something. Omani, my brother, he died for something, but his own people cannot even make what he died for even count. They are thinking that they've raised 3-something million or 6-something million using government donations and all that blah 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 to use that to mask and say, I'm thinking of your family. That's the small thinking that you people have. Nothing, small thinking. You think you give people money and that is it. It's not just for what he wants. He wants you to transform this country. That's why Omani would have been a fine president. Please, we should stand for something. If you're an NDC man and this is happening, talk to your people, stand out. You should have honor. You can't be an MP with reasonability, with mandate, with allegiance to the Constitution of Ghana. And you see this and keep quiet and come and have the audacity to come and maybe discuss the fact that the president never used the word state of emergency. Nonsense. Do you have a heart? Do you have a heart? Do you have a conscience? The reason why this is a problem is that the independent spending, whilst it's a government spending, is a major stimulant of the economy in all of those places. So the budget of 17 million cedis that is applied, they buy 4,000 flags. It's made by people. They order it from Ghanaians. They know that every March the flags will come. So they prepare for it. They have their staff. They do 4,000 flags. That's why those days you see, Lord Comey used to be in charge of that. You see the flags all over. Ashanti region, 3,000 flags is gone. Brown Ahafo region, okay. Ghana Education Service, budget, independence, rehearsal. So they contact the kinky seller. We are going to do rehearsal for 1 week. So please, we'll buy the kinky from you. On Independence Day itself, they give the children food after. Volta region, boom, gone. Chief of Staff signed. This gone. That is what it's about. It's not about any politician spending any money. President Mahama has been president before. They all know it. That's the independent spending across the country. It's an economic stimulant. Our problem is not spending. Our concern is that when government is spending, it must spend on things that benefit the people, not on themselves. That's really the conversation. That government spending must spend on things that benefit people. The reason why people are complaining about the independence is that the independence is such similar spending. It's spending that goes right down to the grassroots of your political party, right down to the basic end of the society. Everybody benefits from Ghana's independence. And it really tells the independence story. It's a day of freedom. It's a day of celebration. And so you have to that's why, as you said in your concluding remarks, talking to Prof, was that people are saying that the independence vibe is gone. That's it. That's the point. It's a point of national unity. And you spend taxpayers' money for that. That's not the one that you are cutting. You should be cutting other things. You rename Kotoka International Airport and paid money. To who? One contractor. Independence going to 1,000 people. You won't pay. One contractor, you will pay. The greatest good is for the greatest number of people. So that's what the independence is about. So that's why you are seeing what you are seeing. I don't know how the government is going to sustain a very dull 70th anniversary of Ghana's independence. I don't know how they're going to do it. NDC did Ghana's 40th anniversary, MPP did 50th anniversary and 60th anniversary. So since 40, NDC will now have the next opportunity to do a big milestone in the history of this country, 70. Is that what that's going to happen? All the KK sellers, their March bonus is gone. It's not coming. The people who make flag, March bonus gone. Those who do T-shirt, March bonus gone. John Mahama has taken it. He doesn't want to share it. But when it's about them, they do it. The ministers have bought cars. Gold Board has money. It's with people. We see all these things. And then when it's about the very basic guy who's selling kinky, you say that I don't want to spend, and you are presenting it as prudence. That, oh, I don't. That is why you are hearing the noises you are hearing. I'm not making those noises. That is what all the media say that, is this really Independence Day? You go to Koforidua, you send them 0 cedis. You send Kumasi 0. You send Sekendita Kwadi 0. Axim 0. District Assembly 0. North Dai 0. Everywhere 0. Accra, then we go home quiet. Are we not independent? Are we not proud of it anymore? Do we not want to be the Black Star of Africa anymore? Why are we quenching the fire of the nation with these settings and overzealous? I'm not corrupt. Who is saying somebody is corrupt? Nobody is saying anybody is corrupt. Nobody has told you. Don't chase your ghost. Don't chase shadows. Present what the people of Ghana are used to.
But we're broke, Paul.
We have been which independence celebration? It is because you are broke. That's why you have to stimulate the economy. It is because you are broke, and you wish you could do this thing every month. As a proper situation, we should be able to do this every month, but you can't do it every month. So at least that sacred March event, let it go. Deduct so it's 1.5 million that was spent. Ghana's GDP is $69 billion per annum. $69 billion per annum. Okay, so you have cut a spending of 17 million to 1.5 million. Put it in the equation and see what you've done. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Your point is nothing. Infinitesimal.
Yes. And this is something that is going to benefit people. Revive the base, not of politics, but of the whole country. We are used to a certain excitement. It makes us Ghanaian, whether we are poor or we are rich. In fact, if you watch social media over the last 5 years, we, the African countries, we celebrate the independence more than Denmark. America is huge on independence. But if you look at the other country, go to Nigeria's Independence Day on 1st October and see over the last 5 years what social media has brought. Look at the small effect of the jersey when we started wearing it last week. You see, it's a feeling that we need to put us together and generate patriotism for the service of the nation. Independence Day, everybody's Ghanaian. Nobody's NDC, nobody's MPP. We all go to the march past, salutes, and this, and we are happy with it. In the afternoons, there are parties all over. Even the poorest people, they are at the beach. This is Independence Day because somebody has still sold flag, somebody has sold kinky, somebody has sold this, everybody has pocketed their money. People are happy. Then you say you don't want to spend. Well.
If you're independence now, indeed, your industry is projecting more. Culture, dance, poetry, choreography. And so we should do some kind of protestation. Because once you scale it down, you are affecting a lot of players and the bigger they would gain. Most importantly, time I didn't call regional, and yet it serves as an economic value for the regions. And I just chanced on something. Let me read something for you. Time I call Tamalino. This was the Northern Regional Minister at the time, Mr. Salisu Said, okay, or TTO. The national parade is moving outside Accra, the capital of Ghana, for the first time in the history, and the northern region is expected to host it. Speaking exclusively to Class News during the exercise, Mr. Said expressed excitement about what he considers a privilege.
Wow. A
privilege for the first ever outside Accra hosting of the parade.
Wow.
Of course, like I said, we're painting Tamale environs, in preparation for the parade. Then he talks about the fact that Tamale will get the opportunity to showcase the culture.
It's true.
We are losing that. Because once he says it's going to Kumasi, the preparation, the anticipation to actually make Kumasi look nice.
The rich culture.
Oh, the projection of the culture.
Now, I feel, you know, chopper, wait for Nisaniana. Soldiers for. Oh, say,
yes. That's also the time I hear because you know how the Navy operates.
Yes.
You don't know how the.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion currently before the House. Mr. Speaker, we on this side have just returned from a tour of farming communities, agro-processing sites, and engagements with the middle class of this country. And we regret to inform our colleagues on the other side that as we listen to you paint a very glossy picture of the state of the nation, we observe that there is a wide gap between your state of the nation and the lived experience of millions of our compatriots in the country. Mr. Speaker, this is happening. This wide gap, this wide dichotomy is because our friends who are in government are sitting here in Accra and are generating their own data. They are reading that data. They are believing that data. And they are telling the people on the ground that that is the reality on the ground. And Mr. Speaker, we are disappointed but not surprised. We are disappointed because for a party that claims that they support the grassroots of this country, it's surprising that in 1 year, in fact, it's disappointing rather, that in 1 year, they have forgotten about the realities on the ground and are sitting here quoting 70%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Just 1 year. But we are not surprised, Mr. Speaker, because as we had mentioned in 2024, a lot of the things that they were complaining about, they were just trying to capitalize on the genuine pain of the Ghanaian people. It's not that they had any honest answers to some of those issues. It's because we've heard them arguing in the last few days that the state of the nation is good and the state of the nation has improved. I want to respectfully submit to my colleagues that an improved state of the nation does not lie in the government statistics that you are repeating over and over. Honorable Member, an improved state of the nation should be identifiable in the lived experiences of people on the ground. For us, on the Committee on the Economy and Development, we are looking at three things: agri industry services. If you want to determine the true state of the nation, check the state of agriculture. As I mentioned, Mr. Speaker, we've just come back from the farms and the agro-processing sites. Talk to the rice farmers today. Rice farmers have borrowed money, cultivated rice, milled the rice, and have thousands of bags stored up in barns. Cannot find buyers because there is very little liquidity in town. Mr. Speaker, maize farmers, if you go to the north, maize farmers are complaining that they have cultivated maize. There are a lot of northern MPs who are here. If you stop reciting the numbers they've given you to recite in the chamber and you get on the ground, your maize farmers will tell you that they have borrowed money, they have cultivated maize, they have harvested the maize, it's stored in their barns, and they cannot get buyers. They cannot get buyers to buy because there's very little liquidity in town. Mr. Speaker, the cashew farmers in the Bono and Ahafo areas, are complaining that the prices that are being offered them and the liquidity that is not available is putting them in peril. And as for cocoa farmers, I think we've spoken enough about them. On our tour recently, it's not just the farmers. The purchasing clerks are losing a lot of money. Now we are finding people who have invested in cocoa farms who are saying that they are contemplating selling their farms to illegal miners because they think they'll make more value from there. Yam farmers, Mr. Speaker, are complaining up north. So if somebody says that the state of the nation has improved, he should check the state of the farmers. A nation in which the state of its farmers is getting worse cannot be a nation whose state has improved. Mr. Speaker, look at manufacturers. The question to ask is whether or not the Ghanaian manufacturer today is better off than he was in 2024. If you speak to the manufacturers, you will find out that, for example, utility, including electricity bills, have gone up over about 28%. The cost of their locally produced raw materials, which they need for their production, is becoming unbearable for them in many instances. Mr. Speaker, if the Ghanaian manufacturer is worse off today than he was last year, the state of manufacturing cannot be better than it was last year. The state of the nation cannot be said to be better. Service providers, if our colleagues want to check, they should speak to the hairdressers. They should speak to the welders. They should speak to those who operate cold stores. They should speak to those who are doing computer coding. And they will tell you that they are worse off because today, among other things, even the cost of electricity is putting them out of business. So you can be here in the chamber and recite these numbers, that the state of the nation is better. The lived experience of the people on the ground is what the majority are looking out for. But Mr. Speaker, as I mentioned, we are not surprised because our colleagues have fixated on some things. For example, one of the things they are fixated on is trying to ace the inflation number. And so, as they have mentioned, my colleague tried to quote the number. He said it's 3.8. Let me respectfully remind him that just yesterday, they announced the new figure, 3.3. And we have argued that the method they are using, they can even get to zero very soon. But you see, what the people are measuring out there is cost of living. I've been on this side before defending inflation numbers. I'm telling you, take it from me, that what the people are measuring is cost of living. If what you are doing is heavily sterilizing about 62 billion Ghana cedis in the year 2025, and you are continuing with it, I'm telling you that inflation can even come down to zero with the method that you are using. But when people go out there and they are looking for an opportunity to even sell their goods, they will tell you that there's limited currency in circulation, there's very little money to generate demand. And Mr. Speaker, the sterilization they are doing is costing the Bank of Ghana so much that already the Bank of Ghana is beginning to prepare the grounds about the cost of their open market operations and how it's affecting their books. Mr. Speaker, one of the biggest statistics that exposes the fact that our colleagues on the other side are disconnected from reality is when they claim that in 9 months, 1 million people have found jobs in 9 months. I am sure that even the government statistician himself doesn't believe it. For our colleagues who are here, they themselves know that it is not true that 1 million youth have found jobs in 9 months. If it is true, why are the young people in your constituencies chasing you? Where are the jobs? Your 24-hour economy has become a hoax. Your 1 million coders, people are even looking for those who have supposedly graduated to give them contracts. We can't find the 1 million coders. Mr. Speaker, as for their other apprenticeship and job creation programs, the least said about it, the better. So where are these 1 million jobs that you claim you have created? As I have said, you can recite this number over and over again. The lived experience of the young Ghanaian out there is what will be measured at the end of the day. Mr. Speaker, now we are worried that where there are real numbers that should be investigated, our colleagues on the other side are running away from it. We have filed motions to investigate the $214 million loss on gold transactions. Every week we come to this chamber, we are not having an opportunity to move that motion. We have filed a motion to investigate the circumstances under which half of our gold reserves have been sold. Every week we come into this chamber, we are not being given an opportunity to investigate it. Those are the real numbers that need to be investigated. Mr. Speaker, the state of the nation now is one of rebranding. PMMC rebranded to Gold Board. Kasua to Takrady Road is now being rebranded that it is a big push project. The domestic gold purchase program which they inherited, they now call it Accelerated Reserve Accumulation. That's the state of the nation today, rebranding things that you have inherited. And Mr. Speaker, the state of the nation today is that the government is going back to increase borrowing. They've just announced that in addition to raising our domestic debt from 309 million, which they inherited, to 309 billion, they...
If you're independence now, indeed, your industry is projecting more. Culture, dance, poetry, choreography. And so we should do some kind of protestation. Because once you scale it down, you are affecting a lot of players and the bigger they would gain. Most importantly, time I didn't call regional, and yet a serve as an economic value for the regions. And I just chance on something. Let me read something for you. Time I call Tamalino. This was the Northern Regional Minister at the time, Mr. Salisu Said. Okay, or TTO. The national parade is moving outside Accra, the capital.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to the motion currently before the House. Mr. Speaker, we on this side have just returned from a tour of farming communities, agro-processing sites, and engagements with the middle class of this country. And we regret to inform our colleagues on the other side that as we listen to you paint a very glossy picture of the state of the nation, we observe that there is a wide gap between your state of the nation and the lived experience of millions of our compatriots in the country. Mr. Speaker, this is happening, this wide gap, this wide dichotomy, is because our friends who are in government are sitting here in Accra and are generating their own data. They are reading that data. They are believing that data. And they are telling the people on the ground that that is the reality on the ground. And Mr. Speaker, we are disappointed but not surprised. We are disappointed because for a party that claims that they support the grassroots of this country, it's surprising that in 1 year, in fact, it's disappointing rather, that in 1 year, they have forgotten about the realities on the ground and are sitting here quoting 70%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Just 1 year. But we are not surprised, Mr. Speaker, because as we had mentioned in 2024, a lot of the things that they
Crew, Jane, crew, Jane, Gold board, crew, Jane, Cocoa board, crew, Jane, crew, Jane, Gold board, crew, Jane, Black Stars, crew, Jane, ECG, crew, Jane, crew, Jane, hey, Charlie, Ghana, crew, Jane, Gold board, crew, Jane, Black Stars, crew, Jane, Cocoa board, crew, Jane, ECG, crew, Jane, VRA, crew, Jane, crew, Jane. Hello, good evening. Welcome to another edition of the show. It's always a pleasure to come to you. This is Good Evening Ghana. Fireworks tonight. So much happening in the Republic, and we have to talk about it. Tonight, we have many stories for you, and there's a traffic congestion conversation that I'm going to be having with you. One of our people here sent me a social media post where another Ghanaian had written a very passionate article about the traffic congestion decisions that were made that have now thankfully been reversed for the people who live in Medina. And they said they were going to block the road and all of that. The circumstances, everybody who read the article felt that, are they sure they want to do this? But anyway, they did it, and then they came back and said they don't need to do it again. All right. Then there is also the big story for the weekend. NDC Foot Soldiers unhappy about Governments Association with an international high-profile event. Foot Soldiers ramped up social media with their anger. Some of them put up videos, and they were terribly angry. They were gratified, I hope, with the response from Mustafa Gbande, who is Deputy General Secretary of the NDC. He found occasion to put up a Facebook post about the matter. Also, Gabriela Tete also put up a post about it. Quite interesting. We're going to look at that, and then we'll come back to our old conversation of decentralization. That is one way to solve the foot soldiers problem. Talk of foot soldiers and young people. I have Adenta Kumi in the studio. He's running for the MPP's National Youth Organizer. He'll be in the studio to talk to us about that. Also, I have another set of young people in the studio.
They are coming from the Faculty of Law of the University of Ghana. They want to raise money to build a new faculty, and together with their teachers, lecturers, they are working on it, and we are giving them a platform to talk about it. Tonight, I'll be showing you a video also about Amayal Deborah, who is complaining about his road, and I'll be telling you why that is important. Also, on Ghana Month, we have another edition for you. We're taking you back in history, and on our Ghana Month series, we'll be giving you another very important political history. Something that actually did happen in Ghana that many people may have forgotten or something like that. So this is the Crew Jane Jane edition of Good Evening Ghana. All of Ghana Month, we are doing Crew Year, Crew Jane Jane, Crew Year, Crew Jane Jane, ECG, Crew Jane Jane, VRA, Crew Jane Jane, Cocoa Board, Crew Jane Jane, Crew Year, Crew Jane Jane, VRA, Crew Jane Jane, Gold Board, Crew Jane Jane, ECG, Crew Jane Jane, Crew Year, Crew Jane Jane. Okay. Let's get onto the touch screen and start our show for tonight. Good evening again. It's always a pleasure to have you. If you are just joining us, this is Good Evening Ghana is live. Oh, boy. What is this? This has to be AI. But what is this? Oh, Ayawaso East MP Baba Jamal sleeps on his first day in Parliament right after his swearing in. Are they sure this happened? These days, you can't really trust the system, can you? Alaji, don't mind them. You see the Baba Jamal thing, we have had our say about it. Today, I was looking at, when we're in secondary school, when you do something, they say that what you've done is shyos. When they say you've done something that is shyos, it reflects an act, a conduct, or even an omission that does not just embarrass you, but embarrasses other people. So I saw the NDC leadership. Roxanne Dafiamakbo. I saw him leading Baba Jamal in. And I said, yeah, this is shy also. This is Roxanne Dafiamakbo in the NDC, who said that Baba Jamal should not be allowed to contest a rerun because they said Baba Jamal had embarrassed the party by deliberately buying votes using television sets, something we all saw. They wanted Baba Jamal punished, but they didn't get Baba Jamal punished because Johnson Asiedu Nketia was not going to allow that. Baba Jamal was his candidate. Today, Johnson Asiedu Nketia appeared in Parliament in white. He appeared in Parliament in white in grand support of Alhaji Baba Jamal, who has been pictured here taking a nap in Parliament, which I don't believe. That's Johnson Asiedu Nketia in his all white. These days, he tries to speed up his steps a little bit because, Julius Debra has been running the show and running that's Roxanne Nelson Dafiamakbo. You see, Baba Jamal has ignored him. Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the chairman of the party, is being ushered into the chamber. There he goes. Oh, they didn't open the door for him. But you people, you don't respect the incoming president. Yeah, that's the incoming president. The new leader of the NDC. The NDC's presidential candidate for 2028. Alhaji Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Please stand up for him. Oh, Roxanne Dafiamakbo. You look at his face. Hey, Charlie, how are you going to deal with this? How do you say a person should not be allowed to come to Parliament because he has bought votes? And then after the party chairman says that we can't handle it, he's won. He's going to win. Baba comes in, and then you, the same people who said that he has bought votes, therefore he shouldn't come, you have to usher him in. And he's not just anybody. Baba Jamal is a senior member of the party. So as for this photograph, I don't know whether it's true. Viewers, you can text me. Those of you who are in Parliament, and those of you who have seen the photograph on social media, text to Good Evening Ghana Official and tell us whether it's correct or wrong. Oh, Alaji. But it's Ramadan period, so, sometimes. I don't know whether we can have a dispensation for our Muslim MPs during Ramadan, so maybe they don't have to go to Parliament at the same time everyone goes. Maybe we can think of something like that. It will be useful, wasn't it? It will bring national cohesion. But Baba Jamal is pictured here sleeping. They said that he slept on his first day in Parliament. He's returned to Parliament. He was sleeping. Oh, after sharing television sets that he was sleeping. How was he sleeping? Do you think this is true? I don't know. Anyway, Tolon MP, the chief whip on the MPP side, said something that's quite instructive. He said to Parliament that they, on the MPP side, they received Baba Jamal very well. But he was suspicious that those on the MPP side, on the NDC side, have not received Baba Jamal well. This is what he said. Have a look at the video.
Very clear that our colleagues in the majority are now trying to save their face, having issued a letter of vote of no confidence in him. Yes. It was signed by the 189 majority caucus. Mr. Speaker,
they selected 16,
saying that they should annul the primaries that he has won. Mr. Speaker, saying that they don't have confidence in that process. Mr. Speaker, saying that they should not even allow him again to participate in any future primaries. So, Mr. Speaker, the letter that was signed by the regional caucuses of the majority representing the 189, Baba Jamal, they are not your friends. They don't like you at all. You are welcome on our side. But Mr. Speaker, we are welcoming you. Mr. Speaker, we are welcoming you. And it is very obvious that the only friend Baba Jamal has in the NDC, because the president fired him before he was declared. The majority denied him before he was declared. The only person who stood by him is the national chairman of their party. I said Nketia is the only friend you have in the party. Any other person is not your friend. And Mr. Speaker, when you observe what actually is going on in the chamber, I just want to advise Honorable Baba Jamal that the majority, Mr. Speaker, the majority, Mr. Speaker, the majority, even where he is seated, is an indication that they don't like him at all. Mr. Speaker, the minority welcome you, but we don't want Kosiani Moko. We don't want TVs and we don't want motorbikes. The most important thing is that when you come, we are yet to find out whether the Kosiani Moko or the Bibi Gumana. Because the way the election, Mr. Speaker, the outcome of the election indicate that the NDC lost popularity in the Ayawasu election. Mr. Speaker, in 2024, just 1 year ago, the NDC pulled 22,000 votes in the constituency, representing 70%. 1 year along the line. 1 year.
That was Baba Jamal's grand welcome to the parliamentary chamber this morning. And this photograph, which is captured here, says that soon after the deliberations, he took a nap. We don't know whether that's true. We suspect that it may be AI generated. But anyway, that's the story. All right, so let's get to the traffic congestion story. And viewers, this really saddens me. And the guy who sent this to me, it's written by Kwesi Osei Danso Oforiata. And the way he wrote it, that's him. Kwesi, that's a very good article. You know, it's poignant, yeah, and it's very sad. You know, sometimes I've been making that complaint that in this country, it looks like when we take decisions, we don't regard people who... Let me read it and you understand it. He says that everything we do in this country is a testament of how we deliberately wish to inconvenient poor people. And I say this without exonerating anybody from the blame. These are my opinions, and if you have a contrary view, share same without insult. Or don't be reminding them that they should say without insult. They will insult. They don't have anything to say. So don't be telling them they won't listen. They will insult. It is trite understanding that the George Walker Bush Road is one of the busiest roads in the capital of this country. It serves the Tema, Adenta, Medina, and plenty places around that enclave. These places house people who squat, rent, and live without average bridge of our economy. Live within the average bridge of our economy. That is to say, the very poor, they squat, they rent, they are just, if the economy tumbles a little bit, they are the first to be affected. Those who have been lucky and fortunate to build their own houses won't be that much of a number. Most commute to and from Central Business District of Accra for a livelihood. Trotro drivers make income via such endeavors. I can bet I know a few people who travel in and out of Accra's Central Business District more than twice in a day just to put food on the table for children. My argument: the construction of roads are the preserve of the government and has beneficial effects on everybody. However, it doesn't make sense to do road extensions within the day, while such below average people try to find food. At least this could be the best time to experiment the ninth economy. He doesn't want to say 24 economy to get into trouble. He says the ninth economy, and have this done within the ninth. It must take an average worker more than 3 hours to get to work from these aforementioned environs and return home by 11 p.m. because this is happening. Then we set people up to fail. Ordinarily, to get to work without this construction, if you live in and around Adenta, Dodowa, etc., you must learn to wake up around 4 a.m. and get to work by 8:30 a.m. Today, you must do earlier to get in the same time or even later. Yesterday, the traffic was from 37. You were likely to stay in it for 5 hours to get home averagely, find food, eat, go to bed, so you can be up early to survive the day. Unfortunately, you won't be productive and you will be sacked. Adenkra, we have to be serious in this country. We have to talk to our decision makers. When they take decisions, they should remember the poor. It's always about the poor. It is about aggregating the society. It's about averaging and bringing the poor up. But we always take these decisions. When I first read, I said, hey, you are going to close Medina to Tetekwashi and make it one lane. Already it's choked. If you want to do that in the night. This is a government that has been talking about 24-hour economy that they are not able to start it. This is a wonderful opportunity for the government to start it. And that's the point I don't understand about the 24-hour economy. They want us to start the 24-hour economy as private sector. The government should start. Somebody wrote something on social media and said that the 24-hour economy secretariat, they close at 5. That's telling, isn't it? It's quite telling. 24-hour economy, they are closing at 5. They said they are doing 24-hour economy. The secretariat cannot be up at this time at 9:48 so that I can walk in and say that I have come to 24-hour economy. I want to do a good evening Ghana, something. Or somebody comes and says, I sell pasta. I've come to 24-hour economy. When you're looking for them, you have to go before 5. They are closed. Guzitano is gone home. 24-hour economy. Guzitano is gone home. 5 o'clock is gone home. He is telling us that we should do 24-hour economy. 5 o'clock he's gone home. The 24-hour economy secretariat doesn't work beyond 5 p.m. The secretariat, the repository of the 24-hour economy, they don't work after 5 p.m. They go home. And they are telling us that you are doing 133, something. Is that a formula? 144, 123 or something like that. One job, 3 people will do it. So something like that. And you have this opportunity to do the Temamoto way, which Akufo-Addo signed. And it's going to be 6 lane, beautiful road is going to be. And you want to do an adjustment on a busy road like Medina, Accra. And you do the adjustment in the day. I mean, where does this happen? Where in the world does this happen? During the day, you come and put, the guy is earning a small income from Accra. He's waking up in Adenta and Kwantanan. Viewers, those of you that you know in Kwantanan, is in Adenta. He's getting up from Adenta, they call it Lang Kwantanan actually. There's a Labadi people there, I think. He leaves Lang Kwantanan, takes a trotro and comes to Medina Zongo Junction. Then he takes another trotro from Medina Zongo Junction. He's coming to Accra. He starts at 5 a.m. He's going back home. Now he knows he'll get home around 8 when he sets out of Accra around 5:30. Now instead of around 5:30, he's getting home at 11 p.m., 12 midnight because the big people, the bosses, have made a decision in their house. The air-conditioned bosses with policemen, they've made a decision in their house that the Medina Road should be closed in the afternoon. Why don't you close it at midnight and open it at 5 a.m.? They do that in Europe all the time. From midnight, if you close the thing, those of us who are night riders, we don't need plenty of road. We are just few cars on the road at midnight. And then you can do your construction. It might cost you a bit more because you have to bring lights and you have to bring people and you have to bring food. You are already energizing the 24-hour economy. Mr. President, good evening to you wherever you are. They say you are in South Korea. But these are the things that are low-hanging fruits. Let's not continue to punish poor people. In this country, we do a lot to punish poor people. We never think about them. We just punish them. Just punish them, punish them, punish them. And you will see in the heat of this traffic, some deputy minister will have disturbing you. When you are in the car, the deputy minister, if the police outrider is rude, they put their leg on your car, they hit your car, and move away, then they hit your car, move away, because the deputy minister is coming. If you have deputy ministers like Srem Sai, who use airborne force people to go to court, and we have to say it on Good Evening Ghana before he stops. He takes soldiers to go to, you have such a deputy minister. He will be coming doing, and you the Ghanaian. I won't say more, it's okay. Let's leave it. We have plenty to talk about. 10 minutes to talk about that at 9 o'clock. It's a big deal today. So we won't say more. So we are moving now straight to another story. I was very sad when I saw Councillor Lutrot in handcuffs. I didn't understand it. Okay, we are going to do the Councillor Lutrot story now. Let's get ready for that. Okay, lawyer will join us and explain to us. Okay, great. So this is where the Councillor Lutrot story starts from, yeah? Okay, lawyer.
Yes.
This was quite surprising. So give us what is the story about, Councillor Lutrot?
Okay, so there was a video that circulated where Councillor Lutrot was seen as saying certain things that are considered insightful. And we have the video, and so if we are minded, let's show the video.
Without claiming anything in it. We don't claim anything in the video. But okay, let's see the video.
Buried in the house. I want to ask the Ga boys in Accra that we shouldn't wait for the police. Let's move to the resident of Lumba. And I'm calling action now for the desecration of the land. Walk to the house with pickers, We're not fighting any human being. Enter the residence of Lumba. And let's find where the body has been buried.
No, but no, by so doing, what will be fear? You invite you. I will need to say. So mind you. But no. Let's leave it in the hands of the police. Where are the police? No. The police are listening. Where are the police? No, we should tell the police. Ajima, did you remember? Hold on, Ajima. Did you remember when the guy spoke? How many days now? About 3-4 days now. Let me tell you some secret I don't know. About 4 days now. Ghana Police Service. Ghana Police Service. One of the good things they are good at doing. If anything happens on social media, they react. The guy has spoken. Has anybody reacted? Number two, if anything happens and it's a policeman, very soon the evidence of arresting. Look, those who killed Sami, the sad event of Sami, is it Sami Jemfi? Sami Jemfi's father-in-law. I mean, they've got the people. So if anybody tells me that the police is not efficient enough, but I'm saying that if persuasion fails, force. So I was minimum force is applied. And the Ghana boys, I will leave. I will leave. We can't push that. No. I'm sorry. You are off air. No. You can't push that. The best you should have said, listen, Ghana police, you appeal to you people that the gentleman has spoken. It won't call Lumba resident, but you calling Ghana boys to go there. I'm sorry. No. It's okay. It's okay. Drop. No.
That's quite wild.
That's wild.
So his point was, after the video emerged that Daddy Lumba's body had been buried in his house, that they should forcefully go and exhume
the body in his house.
For what reason?
Well,
for investigations.
That's one. Some are saying that by using the connotation of him using Ga, the phrase Ga boys should go. Some are implying that, well, is he trying to say that because Daddy Lumba was an Ashanti being buried on Ga land, it would be.
No, he's saying that there's something untoward has been done. From the video the guy made.
Yes.
Something untoward has been done. This is Ga land. The Ghana people should take it into their own hands and go and do it. That's what he's trying to say. This is still quite unlawful.
Very
unlawful. That was my friend. So, but he was passionate about what he was saying. So what are the offenses? How did he get to the wrong side of the law by saying that?
For now, what we are looking at preliminarily is Section 207 of Act 29. When we say Act 29 is the Criminal and Other Offences Act. It's basically the act that prescribes what you are supposed to do and not to do in society. And so it provides the offensive conduct conducive to breaches of the peace. And it provides that a person who in a public place or at a public meeting, now note that a media engagement such that your words are going to go out constitutes a public meeting or a public place, uses threatening, abusive or insulting words or behavior which with intent to provoke a breach of the peace or by which a breach of the peace is likely to be occasioned, commits a misdemeanor. And so basically, the law prescribes that any individual who by virtue of his conduct or words incites or makes a representation that is likely to incite people to do something untoward in society is or has fallen foul of this provision. And so basically, it would seem that the lawmaker is trying to say that the act of saying that Ghana people should break into the home, because note that is unlawful entry to someone's property, which may degenerate into more violence, because they also would not sit down for you to enter their property in such a manner, should consequently would therefore amount to a breach of the peace. And so preliminarily, that's what we are looking at. But he's been granted bail by the police service.
He'll
be arraigned before court.
Why was he kept in the police cells?
So when a crime or when an offense is committed, the police can arrest you. When they arrest you, they have two options. Either within 48 hours to bring you before a court or to grant you police inquiry bail. More particularly so when you are a suspect. So in this instance, he was invited as a suspect and not a person of interest. A person of interest is someone who is called to assist in investigation. So for instance, if someone has been killed and it is believed that I saw a person of interest to give information as to, okay, the person who killed him was tall, was wearing black, and so on and so forth, I will not be detained at the police station. However, when we are able to identify the suspect of the offense, most likely he will be detained because he is now going to be charged. When we say charged, it basically means we are accusing or we are telling the person that you are guilty of the offense. And so, because, I mean, res ipsa, this is a situation where the video is out there, there really isn't much need. And the irony of the facts is that he himself said that the Ghana police are quick to react when they see something on social media. And so it seems they were also quick to react in this instance. And so it really,
has he done something wrong? I mean, not conclusively in terms of whether the judge will convict or not. Convict. Does he have defenses?
Well, that's the thing. So I personally have had an issue with this provision in the past. Not necessarily because people will not say things to incite violence, but the interpretation thereof, of how the thing is said. He may make the case that in this instance he was making a claim. He was not necessarily inciting people to commit violence or acts of violence, but was saying they should go on the property. He may not necessarily have said they should break into the property, but by virtue of, he was trying to invoke interest, public interest in the topic, i.e. the burial place of Daddy Lumba. And so it was not necessarily, it wasn't direct and express. Now, the reason I would have maybe made that case, or another individual may make that case, is as a result of the fact that for criminal legislation, there is a requirement for it to be exact and clear. And it shouldn't leave room for, interpretation that it can be interpreted like this or it can be interpreted like that, because that would be a problem. And so long as maybe he did not use words like mumbora honko kumnipa, and now he
didn't direct them on a particular prohibition.
Exactly.
Kill or maim
someone. The only issue is maybe by him saying they should go on the property would obviously constitute.
Can he just apologize and we're done?
Well, it's criminal. The principle is that criminal offenses, once committed, have to be punished because it is between the republic and you. However, the criminal justice system is moving towards a more instead of merely retributive, is moving towards a more reconciliatory. So now we are looking at things like plea bargain. We're looking at things like
I thought plea bargain has to do with money.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's where the criminal justice system is moving to. It will not apply here.
Can he just
but I'm saying that,
sorry?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it is possible that once he apologizes and maybe there really isn't an interest in the states to prosecute this matter, they may drop it. Because you have to remember that deciding who and what to prosecute is a matter of discretion. So you remember in South Africa, when Jacob Zuma, after he was president and he was convicted, the whole of KwaZulu-Natal went in flames. And in that instance, assuming the Attorney General sat back and said, well, looking at who Jacob Zuma is and the possibility for there to be problems if I prosecute him, let me relax and not prosecute him. That is the exercise of prosecutorial discretion. So the prosecutor can say that, well, we have bigger fish to fry. They are murderers, they are rapists, they are galamseyers. If we have the limited resources of the states, it may, in the view of the prosecutor, be justified that we use those resources to go for those criminals.
But then that means we are not all equal before the law, isn't it? The Jacob Zuma example.
But we are not, actually.
Oh, we are not?
No, we are not.
I thought they said we are all equal before the law.
Oh, even in the case of Nati and Gati, Justice Datiba said that when we say individuals, or when Article 17 says there shall be no discrimination, it doesn't mean everybody can be treated the same way. It simply means that among equals, there should be equality. So a teacher cannot be treated as a student. A priest cannot be treated as a congregant. A military officer cannot be treated as a civilian. And so in this instance, we are looking at the overarching...
judge cannot be treated as a pre-sex student.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So we are not equal before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we try to paint the image that we are all equal. And I mean, if President Mahama is coming, I would move for his convoy to pass.
Yeah, that's because he's acting as president, and the Constitution says that he's the #1 person as his president.
Yes.
And that's why you can't prosecute him whilst he's president.
Yes. So
take him out.
Okay.
All of us should be equal before
the vice president. I'll move.
What about he's second. The Constitution says second.
What about commissioner for?
There's a third.
What about commissioner for SEPS? Customs, Excise,
he will fall inside the executive role at some point. Maybe he's number 19.
Okay, so right now what you are doing is that you are now creating a different set of rules for everybody in the executive.
The Constitution did. The Constitution says #1 is president.
But the Constitution didn't provide for SEPS to have convoy, but we allow them to. As a result of the perks of their office.
No, it is part of the president's authority. That's what the custom guy is using. Because he's going to meet the president at the Jubilee House. So it is on the back of where he's going, what he's doing, which has ultimate effect on the #1 person. That's why he has a convoy. So if the president calls you to come and see him, he can send a convoy to pick you.
He may send a convoy to, but in that instance, as a result of that power being exercised, am I the same as the cocoa seller?
No, it shouldn't be.
That's the point.
So the law
recognizes that we are all not equal. And you see, it's not so much so an issue of equality or inequality, but an issue of pragmatism. Can we afford to prosecute every offense in this country? Can we really afford to?
So on the basis of that, we should let Councillor Richard go?
Oh, not that we should let him go per se, but if prosecution is not really going to serve much interest. So you remember in the Agrada judgment, for instance, Justice Oponchu basically said that in this instance, the money being claimed is 1,000 cedis. Agrada should pay the 1,000 cedis and then let her go scot-free.
Okay, so, but Councillor Richard has brought an important matter. This is the last question I'm asking you. He's brought an important matter on the Daddy Lumba issue. How is that going to, how does the future portend for what the police may likely do? Because what he's doing is trying to tell the police that there's a matter that you are ignoring. Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then a formal petition may be made to the police for purposes of investigating.
But is that a matter of public interest wherever Daddy Lumba has been buried? Is it a matter of public interest?
Every corpse is a matter of public interest. In fact, really? If you are, I can't use you. Assuming someone we know passes and he's buried at, say, Awudome, and someone goes to open the coffin and starts to take the body or the bones or whatever, the person can be prosecuted.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes.
But that's not what is being alleged. What's being alleged is that Daddy Lumba has been buried in his house.
But it would seem that per the mere incident of saying that he's been buried in his house, there was some foul play, because that is the presumption behind the allegation. If there was no foul play, there will be no basis for us to make any issue of him being buried.
So from what he has said so far, does it give the police a natural authority to begin to investigate, to go into the house?
So long as there are allegations.
Odobroni, that where was he buried? Can we have a look at it?
Was it with the consent of the family head? Was he moved with the consent of the family head?
I was happy he's okay with it. But the other family, there's a quarrel.
The quarrel with a larger family. And so all those issues have to be tied up, because the mere fact that someone is dead does not mean the body can be, and that is why even in mortuaries, when you have a mortuary paper,
people who buried Daddy Lumba by now be issuing a statement and explaining what happened.
They have. That is if and only if those comments are true.
If it is true that he's buried in the house.
That is if and only if. Even if it is not true, I think they should come out and explain that these comments being made are not true. It's human body is a huge. There was like, people fight for years over mortuary paper, because the rule is that once you are not the one with the mortuary paper, the body cannot be released to you. If the mortuary releases the body to someone without the mortuary paper, with the authority to claim the body, the mortuary attendant or the mortuary itself can be sued and they can be prosecuted. So it's a big issue.
It's a long time to come. It's 4 minutes past 10 o'clock. Let's see what our social media people are saying on text message. Let me start with you, Fatih. What are people saying?
Okay, so we are going to... Who are so interested in this issue. Emmanuel Yeba says, great educative show. Learn a lot tonight. Good evening, Paul. Busy says, unfair treatment in as much as Luther is not my fan. I think most politicians have said worse than this, but he's being used as a scapegoat. EBFA says, age does not excuse stupidity. He's a clear example. Such an unhinged person have people going for counseling. Busy comes back to say the poor man is always being used as a scapegoat. Ken is working free with same offenses. The law only applies for poor people. Eric says these days freedom of speech is under threat. Yao February says AMA in the process of its decongestion exercise said they are deploying security 24 hours to protect areas decongested. So why is the government not by the 24 hours to work in the night to renovate Accra to Medina Road to reduce the traffic that emanates in the day of renovation? Steven says to ease traffic in Ghana, we need more overheads. Traffic lights is needed where you don't have much traffic. Example, Adenta to Accra, Tema to Ashaiman. And lastly, coming from Anaski, says quality is better than quantity. I really love every submission of the minority members in this country. What do you have for us, answer?
Thank you very much, Fatih. Coming from Prince Opoku, he says, the police are using arrests to intimidate people these days. Anasaku says, quality is better than quantity. I really love every submission of our minority members. in the country's Parliament House. Eric Yeboah says this is one of the most educative shows so far. Thank you very much, Paul. Kobidankwa says, please address the assets declarations allegations. Coming from Junior Agba, it says the fact of the matter is simple. They always want to blackmail us because they have done that to get a majority of the good people of the nation. And they try as much as possible to use propaganda to govern this country. And I'm telling them that propaganda can never govern Mother Ghana. Ghana is beyond that, and they should remember that 2028 is just around the corner. DMB is coming to save us from the mess of the NDC. And lastly, coming from Apia Owusu, he says, my problem is the NDC. They don't know how to manage the economy of Ghana. They will just come and destroy all the structures that the NPP has built. But did you have any more messages for us?
All right, so Al-Hassan Mohammed says, this is the proper terminology for the mortuary paper, is the cause of death document. Benjamin says, Paul, I really love this Kuya Kuya Kujenjin song. And Anasco says, boys are bre, Baba Jamal and so bre. See you, Paul.
Okay, I'm just enjoying some of the text messages that are coming to my phone and saying that we're having a good show, we're doing a good show, and they really like the analysis of the lawyer. Thank you very much, Lawyer Preku. People like it. They really enjoy what we are doing. But talking about enjoying stuff, this guy sent some very brutal text message to me. I don't know him. He sent a text message to my private phone. He was full of praise for our show, for what we are doing, and blah, blah, blah. I just have to read it so that I encourage more people to do that. Please send us great text messages. He says, hello, Mr. Adomoche. My name is Prince Atayeboah. Prince Atayeboah, send a text to our Good Evening Ghana official and say that you are Prince Atayeboah. Fatih and Anzaba are looking at it. Once they see it, they will bring it up and read it. We can get your contact and talk to you. Prince Atayeboah, that's his name. He says he's from Kwadaso, Ejunase, Kumasi. I'm 24 years of age and a graduate student. Paul, you don't know me from Adam. No, never seen me in my life before, but I'm your biggest fan. If there's one person who never gets tired of listening to you, is me. I love your submissions on national and international issues and how you delve into these matters with law, governance, politics. More importantly, I just love the notion you've created that being a journalist doesn't mean you can't align yourself with any political lineage, hence your alignment as a right-wing political philosopher. I've been the greatest fan of you since 2016 as a JHS2 boy, and I have come this far with my fidelity to you. Hey, that's big English. May God bless you and the entire production crew. You are not just the best news reporter in 2001 in the GJ Awards, but the best news reporter of all time. God bless you, Apostle Paul. Prince Atayeboah, thank you very much. Get in touch and let's see what we can do together. We'll continue to do our best anyway. Not everybody will like it, but we hope that many, many will like it. Apostle Paul said in the Bible that I have become all things to all people so that at least I can save some. Even him, Apostle Paul, he knew that he cannot get all. He will get some. Okay, thank you. Now, let's get to another important story. This weekend has been dealing with, and as I said, we still have Adenta Kumi in the studio. He can talk to us, and students from Faculty of Law will be talking to us. Adenta Kumi is running for the MPP's National Youth Organizer, and I'm coming to an important topic that I hope that the youth are listening. Now, I saw some of the NDC social media people roasting Asempa, Obi Asempa, my friend Obi. Yesterday, I was in an embassy looking for a visa to go to Denmark. You know, Copenhagen, that's the Danish capital. It's a nice place. So I didn't get to listen to Obi's program because that's the time that they asked me to come. It was between 2 and 3 o'clock. So I was there. I want to go to Denmark. And so I missed it. So when I got back, people were calling me that, did you listen to your man? I said, no. He said, Charlie, he gave some editorial like yours, but the way the people are dealing with him. I said, what did he say? They said Obi gave an editorial and talked about foot soldiers and how they should, when they are joining political parties, they should decide on 2 types of political party representation. Those who sit on the stage and those who stand in the sand. No problem. And the NDC people were angry with him. But I think that he had a good point. I'm going to expand on that right now in this presentation. I'd like to begin with the statement that was made by the Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress. And now this is where the video starts. Okay. I'd like to begin with the statement that was made by the Deputy General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Mustafa Bande, a Baden lawyer. Now, Mustafa Bande had been observing what has been happening on social media. He was getting very uncomfortable, completely uncomfortable. But anyone who loves the NDC will be uncomfortable with what was happening on social media yesterday. There was an uproar from the base of the NDC, very angry about the NDC's association with the big event in London, or Women of Valor event in London. hosted by our great friend. So when everyone was what's happening? Why are they upset? What's the problem? Everyone would have thought that this is a great program. Every Ghanaian should be in favor of it. But all kinds of connotations. But the political one is the most important, and that's where I'm starting this commentary for. Mustapha Bande. He says, "Good evening, colleagues and comrades. I have reviewed numerous commentaries and concerns that have been widely expressed, reflecting the sentiments of some members. Often, many of us tend to observe and remain silent, but it is essential to acknowledge that we are accountable for addressing the grievances of even a single member, let alone a group of dedicated brothers and sisters who have worked together to get us this far. As a Deputy General Secretary, I would like to state the following. Paragraph 1. Most accounts expressing discontent appear to be driven by pro-MPP sentiment, exploiting the frustrations of our people." That's Mustapha Bande's paragraph 1. He blames the MPP that they are exploiting. But when you say somebody is exploiting, it means there's something for them to exploit. The thing that they're exploiting was not created, generated by the MPP. It was generated by itself. And so the MPP are natural political opponents. When Alan Kyerematen was leaving the NPP, Mustapha Bande and his friends, they exploited it. So what's the problem? It's politics. That's how it is. Keep your house in order. If you don't keep your house in order and the tree begins to crumble in the house, the opponents will come and pull the branches out. Once the tree crumbles, the opponents will pull the branches out. If your house begins to crumble, the opponents will bring a shovel and carry the debris and throw it away so there will be no house. That's politics. Keep your house in order. So that's Mustapha Bande's paragraph 1. Paragraph 2, he says, "As members of the NDC, our concerns are continually taken into consideration for adjustment, corrections, and strategic alignment. The pain and struggles shared by many keep us up at night, prompting deep reflections on how to improve." Paragraph 3, "When it seems like our hopes have been dashed due to perceived betrayals, it's natural to feel aggrieved, especially when those who were previously indifferent are now trying to capitalize on our struggles. However, it's crucial to give everyone the benefit of the doubt and allow them to unfold. Your patience will be vindicated soon. While some actions by appointees may deviate from our party's resolve, it is unhealthy to abandon our party's principles. I am confident that our challenges are temporary. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to the party despite individual actions. As party officers, we are taking note of every situation and will give them serious consideration. Sometimes, as leaders, things may seem to worsen before they get better. Let us be measured and responsible in our actions, ensuring we don't provide our opponents with an undeserved advantage." It's paragraph 7. "We will overcome these challenges together. Giving up our beliefs will be a defeat for our future. Staying focused and strong amidst challenges assures us of ultimate victory. I submit that your concerns are legitimate, but we must move forward in good faith. We shall prevail together." Now, what is my commentary on this before I move on? I have quite a bit to say, so they are signaling me on time. Mustapha Bande is the NDC General Secretary. We are in 2026. NDC has been in power for 1 year. All the indicators are fantastic. Every indicator is fantastic. Felix Kwasi tells me that every indicator is fantastic. The economy is doing well. The petrol price is down. The dollar is down. Everything is fine. If you are running a government in 1 year and everything is so fine, your people, the foot soldiers who are your own people, you wouldn't need to be writing things like this. It means that you are either deceiving yourself, you are being an ostrich, or you are deceiving your foot soldiers. But if you run a government for 1 year and you have brought inflation from 53% to single 3, I don't think any African country has seen inflation 3% before. I don't think so. You should tell me. Egypt, the big African countries with strong economies, Algeria, Morocco, Mauritius, South Africa, Kenya. Do they ever see inflation at 3%? Single 3, 1, 2, 3%. That's European countries' inflation figures. If you are Ghana and you have achieved 3% inflation, that's European country. That's first world business. It's not third world. You have been able to, as a party, achieve a first world inflation, and already your foot soldiers are complaining so that Mustapha Bande, how much money is spent on an event in the United Kingdom? How much is it? How much? What will the gold board spend? They probably will pay for the event venue, they'll pay for 1 or 2 things. Is that the money that if it's given to foot soldiers, you don't need to write this? it means there's something fundamentally wrong, but it's entirely up to them. It's entirely up to them. But it means there's something fundamentally wrong. You can't have an economy doing fantastic and your food soldiers are complaining about £1 given to the women of valor, £1 given to women of valor, and they are wearing their dresses and they are dancing and they are happy. And because of that, the deputy general secretary must put out a thesis for a government that is doing so well, single-digit inflation. You can't satisfy your people. The rest of Ghana is watching, but your people are your people. Everybody is Ghanaian, we know, but you satisfy your people first. And with this very powerful economy, you, the National Democratic Congress, you have not been able to satisfy your people so that your deputy senior secretary will feel compelled to come and write these theses, beautifully written anyway, to write these theses. It's up to them. It didn't end there. Another person wrote, Gabriela Tete wrote something else. I'm going to show you what she wrote. Gabriela Tete said, it's going to come up in a minute, you see it. And it's all about videos popping up from a United Kingdom event, and NDC people say that their money went into it. They say that this is not the first time the event has happened anyway. The event happened under MPP before in another European country, another European capital. There was no hula baloo about it. Their concern is that some of the people who benefited or some of the people who do the work had in the past said something negative about President Mahama. But in the recent past, they have said something positive about President Mahama, so what's the problem? If the conversation is about the lady who they say said something negative about President Mahama, in the recent past, just a month ago, she said something very positive about John Mahama. So what's the point? What's happening? This is Gabriela Tete. She was very strong. She went very hard. She said, the next Congress should consider a new resolution for all aspiring flag bearers to provide us with a formula for how their appointments, percentage to party, percentage to members, percentage to friends and family, percentage to general public, and percentage to other political parties. So we adjust how much of our time, energy, and resources we give their dreams. By the way, don't come up under this post to pontificate. We've already been tagged demons, so no need for the preaching. It's Monday. Remember, life is what you make it. Cheers to a great week. Hey, Charlie, there's fire on the mountain. 1 year, fire on the mountain. One sponsorship in UK, fire on the mountain. For the government that is doing 3% inflation, that has kept the dollar at 10. Fire on the mountain, inside their kitchen, not on the school or the football field, though, not in parliament, though, inside their kitchen. In their kitchen, there's fire on the mountain. Is Gabriela not a deputy minister of Works and Housing? I think she is. Fire on the mountain, fire on the mountain. The Kujanja is happening. This is a direct message to President Mahama, and I dare say that is quite rude and almost disrespectful. This is a message to President Mahama directly. Very disrespectful, extremely disrespectful. He says that, hey, next time I come to campaign, tell us percentage of party people you appoint, percentage of party members you appoint, percentage of your friends and your family, percentage of the general public, and percentage of people from other political parties. So that when you tell us these things, then we can adjust. So she's asking for a document. She's asking for a contract. When you come and say we should campaign for you so that you become president on our party ticket, tell us whether you are going to give appointments to people from other political parties. Tell us what you are going to do with your friends and family who may not be part of our political party. Tell us what you are going to do with us and what you are going to do with that and that and that and that. That's what she's telling President Mahama, the man who appointed her to be deputy minister. That's what he's saying. She's so angry about, what's the small program in the UK is small. This thing, everything has, yesterday, today, everything basa. There's a guy in the white shirt, I think he's in London, he's fighting Hannah Bishu. He's so angry. What is going on? We didn't see this in 2017, 2018. We didn't see this. What is happening to the government that is performing so well? Your deputy minister is saying that, hey, you people, when you come, everything is about sharing something that somebody didn't get. That's what is going on. They are sharing something that somebody didn't get. The government that has done so well for the whole of Ghana, they can't take care of their people such that a little sponsorship or association for an event abroad, everything has gone haywire. Gold Board issues a statement. We didn't sponsor the program. Your Gold Board is sponsor program. What's the problem? Is it that sponsorship of program that will deny you doing something for your food soldiers? Why should you not be able to do something for your foot soldiers? The foot soldiers are basic. Show me the video of the rally. That's the foot soldiers. They are the people who did the work. So to all intents and purposes, here, look at this. Look at the people. These are the people who brought the NDC to power. These are them. They are your first port of call. This is it. They work in the rally. When we saw these rallies, those of us who were working for Mahamudu Bawumia, when we saw these rallies, we said it is AI because we were afraid that, hey, NDC got a lot of people say, oh, it's AI, it's AI. We consoled ourselves that it's AI. When the results came, we noticed that it wasn't AI. Now, these are the people. They work. This is the NDC work. Look at the numbers. Look at them. And then you have brought inflation to 3%. Your dollar is 10%. You can't take care of these people. Ghana is 30 million. These people on the street here, they are about 1% of 30 million. You can't take care of them so that you go and sponsor small gold board something. Everything has come to a standstill. Everything has come to a collapse. And your house is collapsing. Foot soldiers, I'm with you. These are the people who brought NDC to power. And it is them that NDC must look after. And it is easy to look after them if you are telling us that your economy is that good. If your economy is that good, how much do you need to look after these guys? If you are creating 24-hour economy, how much is it to create 24-hour economy? Now, this is the point I've been making, and I like why they put the Ghana map here. Now, you, foot soldiers, please listen to me. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. Don't worry. Foot soldiers, listen to me. The point that we have been making, you see, that you didn't support me. Foot soldiers, you didn't support me or you didn't support me. Made a point. I made it 2021. I made it 2022. I made it 2023, 24. I'm making it again today. You didn't support me. If you have supported me, we won't have this problem. Because me, I'm like you. I know the foot soldier business. I've done it. I know it. So I understand what some of the solutions, how some of the solutions can come about. When we were here screaming that Akufo-Addo's idea of decentralizing, let's decentralize and vote for the DCA in the community. That is the solution to your problem, foot soldier. Because this is the map, yeah? Is that another? Do you have the district thing? This is the map. Okay. This is the map of Ghana. You are probably here in Ashanti region, in the middle. Can I expand a little bit? Yeah. Or you are in the north, somewhere. You are in Bono Ahafo, you are in Kintampo, you are in Mpoho Wasa East. That is Western. You are in Abura, that is Cape Coast. You are in the Gomoa areas. You are in the Volta areas. North there is a local person, at the Dome. You are there. Or you are at Eastern region of Wasia Irebi, Kojo Pon constituency. When you are there as a foot soldier and you want something from government, you want a job, you want something, you supported the party, you would have to come to Accra here to come and give your CV to Callistus. Every morning, Callistus has 5,000 CVs. What is he going to do with it? Every morning, Callistus Mahama he gets to the office, 5,000 CVs. By the time he gets to the office, Beatrice Annan has done his coffee and his tea for him, his biscuit. Callistus, he likes digestive biscuits. So by the time he gets to the office, Beatrice Annan has done the digestive biscuits and the thing for him. Then when he turns right to look at his desk, there are piles of CV. Some came from Nyampanduri, some came from Fofo Sirapi, some came from Damango. What is Callistus sitting in this Jubilee house going to do with 5,000 CVs? So he will get a call from somebody he knows. That somebody could even be MPP. And let me tell you what's happening. There are some NDC people who are giving their CVs to MPP people who they have heard that they are close to some of their bosses. So he hears that Mr. X of MPP is close to Julius Debra. And he heard that, oh, even last night, he went to Julius Debra's house. Or the boys tell them that Julius Debra gets a call. And he picks the call and he probably says something like, hey, Nana Komia, and saying, and I would offer Nacho, and Nana Komia, they say, Nana Komia is his friend. Okay, so they go to Nana Komia. They say, Akomia, that day when you called the boss, we were there. We heard him talking, Charlie, can you give this CV? We are NDC foot soldiers. Can you give it to him? We have sent it there, so I can't. Because for Callistus to take the 5,000 CVs and go through it, he must get a call from somebody he knows. And the people he knows, some are NDC, some are MPP, some are CPP. They are different people. He went to school somewhere. He taught people. He worked at local government. So he has relationships across board. So if he takes a call from someone and says, what's the matter? Say, oh, Charlie, I sent a CV to you. He said, which one? What's the name of the person? Then he goes to the 5,000 and pull out that one. But if you supported me, bring the Ghana map back. And we decided that Let's push the Akufo-Addo agenda. Let the presidents sit in Accra and let them select, vote for a DCE in Nima, vote for a DCE in Adenta, vote for a DCE in Amasaman, who is NDC or MPP. Like today, NDC for soldier, you can go to Lekma, and you go to Lekma, you are standing there with the guy you elected as NDC DCE. He is the president in Lekma, Lejo Kuku Krowo, metropolitan area. He is the president there. He is the government there. You take your CV to him. He stands in Lejo Kuku. He says, what can you do? He says, oh, this is my CV. He says, come. Tribleo, I have something there for you. Come and look at it. Because the things are there. He can sort you out. And when he is Lejo Kuku as MMDC, elected as NDC, MMDC, MPP will not come there. MPP, they should go to Ladma. If they won Ladma, they should go to Ladma. MPP can be in opposition, but they may have won Kwadaso. So somebody can go to Kwadaso. So MPP opposition will not be all doom and gloom because now we have elected. You remember what happened in New York? You have the pictures of New York. Recently, there was snow in New York. President Donald Trump, the president in America, was sitting in Washington. He was asleep. He doesn't care about what's happening in New York. New York have elected a mayor. They should deal with it. And you saw how frantically the mayor was sitting on tracks, everything, trying to sort out the New York problem. That's how it works. That's how it works. Because New York have elected him as a Democratic leader. He is Democrat. He's not Republican. The Republican is in the White House. The Democrats are in New York. They voted for him. Donald Trump is the president. He's sitting in Washington, D.C. But the people in New York decided that we want this guy to be the mayor. So when the snow came, Donald Trump is asleep. We told you, you didn't listen. You don't understand those things. So you didn't mind us. The governance structure, Akufo-Addo sat on his desk. He thought about it and said, for Ghana to move forward, I think I should implement these things that happen in America. It's in London, it's in France, it's even in Nigeria, it's in South Africa. Let's elect our mayors on partisan lines. He called the parliamentary leadership to himself. Haruna Idrisu was there. He was the minority leader. Che Mensah Bonsu was majority leader. They all agreed. Go to the Hansard in parliament, the concluding debate on this matter. Haruna Idrisu, who ended the debate, go and listen to what he said, debate on the minority side. Haruna Idrisu approved it. Then they took the thing to the party, and the party said no. And you foot soldiers, you didn't support me. You said no. Today, you are sending CV to Callistus in Jubilee House. What should he do with 5,000 CVs? When we say that, let us develop this country, and you are looking at it as because I said it, it's an MPP saying it, so you won't listen. That's what happens. When we say, let's churn out ideas to develop this country and you won't listen, you will work for NDC, you will work for MPP, you will do foot soldier. When the power comes, you have to come to Accra to come and give your CV to Callistus Mahama. What is he going to do with the CV? 5,000. Every morning he has 5,000 CV. Monday, 5,000. Tuesday, 5,000. When by Friday, he has received 20,000. What should he do with 20,000 CVs? This is a secretary to the president, a busy secretary, a busy chief of staff, busy ministers. They are running a third world economy. They are monitoring Israel war. They are monitoring cocoa prices. They are monitoring gold prices. They are monitoring Bank of Ghana. You are giving them CV. What should they do with 5,000 CVs? 5,000, what should they do with it? So if they go and sponsor small events in London, you are up in arms. And Mustafa Bande must say something about it. You are up in arms. When we are saying that, as we go along, we can all politics. You politics NDC. People politics MPP. That's fine. There's no problem with that. But let us as young people begin to churn out the ideas that will really solve the problem. We have a superstructure that is corrupted. Let's think through how we can solve the superstructure. And you have a president for the first time in the world. A president comes and says, I have power to appoint DCEs. I don't want that power anymore. The people should take it. A president who is giving away his power, we say you don't like it. President, take the power back, take it back. We are already complaining that under our constitution, the president has too much power. One president rises up and says, this power, I don't want it. You people take it. Then you allow your bosses in NDC to tell you that, no, don't do it. Because if you do it like that, and then you look at the district map, MPP will win plenty. So, because there are districts all over in the Akan Eastern region areas. So when you look at the map, all will look like MPP have won. It will look like MPP are popular. No, don't do it. And then you listen to them. You didn't listen to me. Me that I'm your colleague foot soldier, you didn't listen. You listen to the bosses. Today the bosses are putting money where their heart is. Your money goes where your heart is. The bosses are putting money where their heart is. The foot soldier ladies, you don't have the wig. You don't have the money. We foot soldiers, we don't have money. We can't buy that wig. You can't buy the wig and wear it and, those things. So it's a problem. It's becoming a problem because their money goes where their heart is. Oh, their heart is there. Their money is there. Where the money they control, which is government's money, which they control, which you gave to them because you walk in the sun to get them elected, they are going to apply the money to where their heart is. Their heart, beautiful heart, where it is. That's where they will apply your money and my money. So let's change the structure so that it works. Have I finished? I think I've finished. Okay. Amaya Odebrah, just to emphasize the point. Amaya Odebrah. Let's see this Amaya Odebrah video. Have a look at it.
President Mahama, my name is Amaya Odebrah, and I have a bit of a complaint to make. So the dust on the road in front of my home is so terrible. It's making living unbearable for me. So please look at it. So dusty, and look, health-wise, my doctor told me dust is not good for me. But beyond that, it's just making a mess out of everything I have worked hard to fix. It's just anytime cars move around, it's even worse. The dust is all over the place. It's just making living unbearable for me. And I'm sure it's similar for those of the other neighbors in the neighborhood. I don't even know what I'm saying, but Lord, it's so terrible. The dust is everywhere, outside, unbearable no matter how many times you clean it. Just look at that. It's terrible. Oh, Mahama, I beg you, please, for my sake, I know you don't know me, but I am a concerned citizen. My life matters. Please, let them fix the road. This is Domi-Kwabenya constituency, in between Domi-Kwabenya and a bit of Ayawaso, West Wogon. So Lord, do come to my aid. I beg you. I'm also a human being. I beg you. I beg you.
Amaya Odebrah, good evening to you. How are you doing? The Lord will help you. Viewers, can you imagine this? Amaya Odebrah is living in Domi-Kwabenya, that's Hacho, Atomic, all those areas. That's where he lives. He's asking President Mahama to come from Jubilee House to fix a road. How? Where is the DC? Where is the MMDC? Why can't he talk to them? Because he doesn't know them. Because President Mahama appointed them. They were not elected. But if the Domi-Kwabenya right now is currently held by NDC, Akorogo, Elikpilim Akorogo, that's her name. She holds the constituency now. Now, if they had elected an NPP DC, and Amaya Odebrah does this video because he was elected by the people, quickly he will rush there. You saw the New York mayor. Dealing with the snow. Because if he doesn't do it, the Republicans are going to laugh at him. In any case, Trump was laughing at him. Trump laughed at him and said that, look at the mayor. When the people were coming to clean the snow, he was asking for the ID card. When I'm talking about ICE, they don't understand. He was laughing at him. The president of the United States of America did not matter about the mayor, the snow in New York, crisis in New York. The president of the United States was sleeping. Amaya Odebrah is in Ahacho. He's saying that his road, presidents should come and do it. Which president will succeed with this? Now, there are many people who are not Amaya Odebrah. They don't have blogging sites, and they don't have platform, and they don't have iPhone, and they can't do the video. There are millions of them like that who wish they could tell President Mahama that, come and do my road. Why should that be? Then you have a president who brings such a development agenda. And you follow these people to say that, no, won't do it. And then some civil society people, there's too much politics in Ghana. So full soldiers, if you don't listen, it will continue happening. 2 more years, President Mahama, he won't mind you. He is busy. You see that he's going to where is South Korea. Charlie, he's busy cutting international deal. He has too much to do. President of Ghana is busy. He doesn't have time for your little things. So let us change the structure. Parliament is still there. We can do a private members bill. Let us have a think about it. Nigeria is doing it. Next door Nigeria, they are doing it. What is the problem? You know the current Nigerian president, he used to be governor of Lagos, elected on a party basis against the ruling party at the time. Chief Obasanjo was president, my favorite Nigerian president, Chief Obasanjo, because he's the only Nigerian president I've interviewed. So he's my favorite. Chief Obasanjo, I interviewed him in Ghana, I interviewed him in London, I just love him. Chief Obasanjo was president in Aso Rock. Bola Tinubu was running for governor of Lagos on a different party ticket. Obasanjo campaigned against Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu still won. He won it twice. And that was the preparation for him to be president. When he was running for president, he told the people that, look at what I did with Lagos. Look at it and vote for me. I can do the whole Nigeria like that. We can never have anybody running for president who can say that, look at what I did with Kumasi, look at what I did with Ho, look at what I did with Impohowasa. Nobody can say that. In fact, even the DC, you don't know his name because John Mahama appointed him. So Ameya Debra, sorry for you. You live in a society where the constitutional structure does not help a quick resolution of your road issue. Your road issue may be resolved, but it's going to take a very long time because President Mahama must now call Governor Sagboja. He's going to take 3 days to come, and because he was inspecting motorway road, and President Mahama says that, Governors, Ameya Debra put something on the video. Please, can you have a look at that road? He will say, yes, I'm President. We'll look at it. He will go and call Urban Roads. Urban Roads will call Feeder Road. Feeder Road will call local government. Local government will call EPA. By the time they finish, then they go to Atufosin for budget. Atufosin will fold his hands. There's no budget. But if the mayor is elected and he's taking the taxes from there and he knows that the vote is coming, the ballot box is coming, he will rise up. That's why you see MPs rush to their constituency. When there's food gluts in the Eastern Ashanti region and people cannot buy tomatoes, you see the MP rushes there. Why is he going there? Because he was elected by the people. Whilst it may not be part of his schedule, he has to show up. Otherwise, it will come into the ballot box. It's a political question. So this is the problem. Let us endeavor to understand some of these things. And let us build our country. See, we are not going to live in America. We don't have time for that. When you live in America, live in London, what's that for? We are here in Ghana. We are not going anywhere. This Ghana can be done. We can do it. This Ghana, it can be done. So long as we have a single purpose mind to do the right things. When something is right, it's right all day long. It doesn't mean it's right, MPP is right. It's not like that. If it's coming from MPP, it's right, it's right. It's coming from NDC, it's right, it's right. So let us have that mindset. And I applaud the 7th Parliament who received this proposal from Akufo-Addo with such a great heart. But when the thing went to the party, I said to Ketia, they say, yeah, you are going to do this. Akufo-Addo is tricking you. You do this when you finish the Ghana map will show MPP, plenty. We only get voter region and maybe we get in some north. The middle, somebody would think that MPP is a bigger party than NDC. Don't do it. This was the consideration. Why they decided to tell their people that they should drop it. Akufo-Addo did a press conference, the nationwide broadcast, and said that he can still go to the referendum and marshal the vote. But this has to be consensus, so he's no longer interested. He will continue to appoint them. Why do we hurt ourselves with a partisan notion in this manner? But that is the problem. That is why you are worried about what happened in London. Otherwise, what happened in London should not really be a problem. What is my next? Let me go to the other one. Yes, this is the last one before I go to text message. As for my darling Zito Kaikwe, I really don't know when and where she will learn how to speak like a minister. She's been Minister for Information. She's been ambassador to Czech Republic. She's now ambassador to no less a place than the United Kingdom. Viewers, see, I'm going to show you what the United Kingdom ambassador wrote on social media. Look at it. Look at this. This is what she wrote on social media. She said, and we picked this from Joy Prime. He said, until she is able to keep a boyfriend, marry, and divorce, she is not worthy of my attention. I don't know who she was referring to. But if she's able to find a man, marry, divorce, and remarry, achieve what I have achieved, have children, be a mother, a wife, a career woman, handle it all, be a chef, a nurse, a teacher, and even if she fails at one thing, I will clap for her because she tried and bounced back. Her Excellency, Mrs. Sabazita Benson, Ghana's High Commissioner to the United. I wonder whether the president of Ghana and the foreign minister see a high commissioner write like this. And this is her style. Which job has Zita gotten that is on merit? When I say merit, which is not political. She became information minister. She was the worst information minister we had in the Fourth Republic. She was lucky to have Samuel Okudzeto Black as a deputy and James Ajeni Mboati. Like Zita Okonkwo will go down, nobody will remember her. She was the worst information minister. And Joy FM were doing songs with her when she stumbled and said that she will kill 2 stones with 1 bird. This is Zita Okonkwo. What job did she get that she qualified for? What job? She went to vetting and everybody was asking that, is she a lawyer? Is she a lawyer? Is she a lawyer? Her vetting, people were hiding their face. They were laughing. This is Zita Okonkwo. We know her. I know her. I know Zita Okonkwo. We all know her. Nice woman. But why is she always allowed to do anything she likes? You see, when she becomes High Commissioner, she's not NDC High Commissioner. She's Ghana High Commissioner. Listen to this. Until she's able to keep a boyfriend. What does that even mean? What is keep a boyfriend? Marry and divorce. She is not worthy of my attention. But if she's able to find a man, marry. Is it Twitter I'm reading? Where did she put this? If she's able to find a man, marry, divorce, and remarry, achieve what I have achieved. So what she has achieved is that she has been able to find a man, marry, divorce, remarry. That's achievement. Are we serious in Ghana? Are we? This is Akudzeto Ablakwa called something Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. This is the Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana, the embassy at the court of St. James's. This is what she can. I mean, can you imagine that? The court of St. James's used to have Ambassador Anan Keto as the High Commissioner. It used to have Ambassador K.B. Asante as the High Commissioner. Under Professor Mills, he used to have Professor Kweku Danso-Boafo, distinguished scholar, as the High Commissioner under Professor Mills. Under John Mahama, my own friend, even though he likes fighting, Victor Smith, he will never put these things. Victor Smith will never write this. Victor Smith, he didn't do that. We used to have Papa Osu Nkrumah recently. Under Kufuor, we used to have Anan Keto and later the very distinguished Isaac Osei. This is our history at the court of St. James's. And then this woman comes and does these things. And we are all quiet. Everybody is fine with it because she has political bosses. She has mentors. She's an untouchable. Nobody can touch her because. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why? Zita Okonkwo, until she's able to keep her boyfriend. Well, how do you keep boyfriend? Please, viewers, how are you keeping boyfriend? How do you keep it? You keep him, sit down and lock him in the room, or how do you keep boyfriend? She said, keep boyfriend, keep it. How are you keeping it? Until she keeps her boyfriend, marry, and divorce, she's not worthy of my attention. But if she's able to find a man, marry, divorce, remarry, and achieve what I've achieved, be a mother, a wife, a career woman, oh boy, oh. I won't say much. I'll leave it there. Let's move on. Oh, yeah, we don't have much time. Okay. I think we've sorted out everything. Let me go to the text message and then I'll take our inter-commission interview. Okay, Anziba, what are people saying?
Thank you very much, Paul. Coming from Nana Owusu, he says, OB roasted them yesterday. I think Fifi Kwete is my guy and he deserves an applause for admitting that the NDC government has disappointed its foot soldiers. That's a fact. A lot of people are frustrated by the dejection and the lack of respect for them. He goes on to say, Paul, but I think you should look for the video of Anita Desoso as well. But her remarks was a bombshell. The chickens are indeed coming home to roost. Coming from Master Planner Jr. from Kintampo, he says, policy analyst, the NDC still thinks they are in opposition. They should please stop the talking and get to work. The 5K men and 3K women are waiting for their share of the power cake. Let me use this opportunity to plead with all NPP members to go out and register as the party begins the reorganization. We are bouncing back in 2029. Inshallah, let's win together. Coming from Daniel O, he says, Goldboard is not for the NDC party, it's for Ghana. They can sponsor any events that will highlight them to the world. Van Damme is saying, God bless you, Mr. Paul. And then lastly, coming from Saeed Countryman, he says, this QNS NDC government sacked more than 14,000 public servants with the view to fill those spaces with their foot soldiers. It did not happen. They lied about a utopian 24-hour economy and are struggling to make meaning of it. Whatever is born of deception is born of vanity. Over to you, Fatima.
All right, thank you, Anzeba. So, February says Chairman Johnson Asiedin Ketia in advice to the NDC foot soldiers said the NPP are creating disaffection by teasing them of not getting anything after coming into government, so they should not be influenced by such comments from the NPP. Now, that the foot soldiers are annoyed with the government for supporting Women of Valor projects by Nanaba, Chairman Johnson Asiedin Ketia should know it is their own foot soldiers that are annoyed with their government's decision, but not any influence from the NPP. Rockefeller says the idea behind the Women of Valor, hosted by Nanaba in London, was commendable. Empowering women and promoting solidarity is always a great initiative. Unfortunately, what should have been a classy empowerment event has been overshadowed by the controversy, from political perceptions involving the National Democratic Congress to questions about the overall execution. The concept was powerful, but the delivery left many people talking for the wrong reasons. Samuel says everything the NDC is doing now is cosmetic, so artificial that everybody in that party is confused. Just get 50 of them to explain a policy, and each of them will give a different account. Junior Akbar from Tamale says the problem I always have with NDC is that when the matter of a different party comes around, the stronger believes that they have the moral right to speak about it. But when it comes to their own party, they feel like nobody have the right to speak about it. I'm telling them to know that no matter how they have a right to speak in a matter in a different political party, that party equally has a right to speak in their matter. You respect in their market today, we will respect in their matter tomorrow. The Deputy General Secretary thinks that Ghana belongs to only NDC. It belongs to all of us. Nobody is more Ghanaian than anybody in this country. We are all Ghanaians. And lastly, coming from Master Planner Genesis, the NDC still thinks they are in opposition. They should please stop the talking and get to work. The 5K men and 3K women are waiting for their share of the power cake. Let me use this opportunity to plead to all NPP members to go out and register as the party begins the registration. We are bouncing back in 2028. Back to you, Paul.
Welcome back to the show, and we have an interview coming up with Alfred Kumi. I told you about that. But now I have young people in the studio. I need to talk to them about a project they are embarking upon. It's their vision. They're very interested in making it happen, and they're from the Faculty of Law. The president of the Law Students Union, the LSU, and one other member of the LSU is here with me. Nehum, good evening. Welcome again. So tell me, what is it about?
Okay, good evening, Mr. Paul Adomotri, and we're basically here on a sponsorship drive and appeal for funds to the public. We understand that in light of the new regime of legal education the bill that's been tabled before Parliament, the professional course is now going to be taught in the faculties, select faculties that have the accreditation. In light of that, there's a need to complete the new law school complex, which would be one of its kind in all of Africa.
The one started by Eniebua, Justice Eniebua, the former Chief Justice.
I don't know if it was started by him, but I know it was started by Professor Tukuba.
Okay.
If I'm right, yes. So it's at Hachu, around the Toyota Engineering School. Yes, and so basically what happened is, from the bill, my understanding, it seems as though we would have level 500, so 5 years. So it will not just be 4 years. The final year would be the legal professional course instead of the 2 years at the Ghana School of Law. So that would be moved to the faculty level. So in light of that, the faculty would have to have larger classrooms, larger auditoriums to accommodate everybody. And since the bill will be passed sometime soon, based on what the parliamentarians have been saying, there's a need to complete the new law school building, which is a law school complex. Yes.
And you're raising money for that? You're looking for sponsorship for that?
Yes, we are.
Is it a government project?
No, it's by the University of Ghana School of Law.
Yeah. All right. So that's the donation number?
Yes, the short code at *447 *7272#.
So UG Soul is University of Ghana School of Law?
Yes, please.
Okay. And you start 447 to contribute to build the faculty?
Yes, to build the new faculty.
Who is going to build? Is there a contractor started or what's happening?
Yes, it has already begun. It's begun somewhere in 2022 when Professor Atuguba was the dean. And we were members of his fundraising committee, so we started the whole project with him. And we believe at present it's at about 30 to 40%. So we have about 70 or 60% to complete the building. And thankfully, we have sponsorship from Jata Cement for all the cements for the project, but we still need to raise certain funds to cover the other parts.
The other parts, okay. All right. So do you know how much more you need to finish?
To be honest, it's in the millions. I'm not very certain of the amount. So the donation thing, there's no set amount on it. For instance, when we have our orientations or LSU events, we take donations, or where we are having guest speakers, sometimes take donations and then levy it towards that project. So any amount at all, but we have these special created packages, and APRECU has that on there. So there's the individual alumni. Yes, that's the one. So there's the individual alumni contribution, and that starts with 10,000. So with these sums, your name would be engraved in the law school forever, so in perpetuity.
If you pay 10,000?
Yes, that's
only.
Yes, that's the beginning price. Yes.
Oh, if your name will be there in perpetuity, 10,000, your name should be there 5 years and then move it. 10,000, your name is there in perpetuity.
Yes, 10,000.
You have plenty of your alumni who can pay that.
Yes, that's very true. So 10,000.
So how would you put the name? You put some board and say
yes,
it's
on the UGSOL sponsors wall. So there will be a particular wall, designated wall with all the names of the sponsors. So anybody who pays 10,000, from 10,000 to 50,000. So that's the first part.
So someone who pays 10, if I pay 10 as an alumni of the faculty,
yeah,
and another person pays 50, we are all getting the same.
No, so 50 moves to the next tier. That's called a law firm contribution. So what you get is the name of your law firm will be engraved on the UGSOL sponsors wall. So maybe Good Evening Ghana, that maybe Paul Adum Otri donates 20,000. So we have Mr. Paul Adum Otri's name on the sponsorship wall. But for your firm, the organization, Good Evening Ghana can probably do more than that. So let's say Good Evening Ghana gives us 60,000. On the sponsors wall, would have the name of the organization on there, not just your name.
So law firm Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co.
Yes, we can have Akufo-Addo Prempeh & Co. as a law firm there based on the contribution.
So you have Lecha and
Bencho, Encho, Lecha and Ankoma. Yes, Zoe, Achai and Associates. You can just have the names on there. And then the next year...
There's Godfrey Dami and Partners.
Yes, that's true. There's Godfrey Dami and Partners. So once the contribution comes in, the name is engraved in perpetuity. And this is actually beneficial because it kind of tunes the minds of the students, because once they pass by these the walls or the laws, they're like, okay, these are the firms that gave towards my education, and it's already given that publicity for the law firms for some of the best students in not just Ghana, since we ranked first in Ghana, first in West Africa, and sixth in all of Africa.
So the faculty, I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Yeah.
The faculty of law ranked first in Ghana.
Who
was second?
Second was KNUST. Yeah.
Oh, Gimpa didn't come second. My favorite.
No, KNUST was second.
But you can't do that. Who came third? I'm still interested
I
in
think it was
Gimpa.
UCC.
Oh, still no Gimpa.
Yeah, Gimpa is around fifth, if I'm certain. Yes, yes.
Then Professor Adai will not be happy. He started the faculty of law.
Yes.
Anyway, okay, so that's interesting. So you think that all right? So the contributions are if somebody wants to pay, he's a businessman, he's a freight forwarder. He's not a lawyer. He wants to pay 200,000.
Okay, so then he would fall into the final tier, which we call the year group legacy contribution, and that's 100,000 to 500,000 cedis. And what happens is, instead of just the sponsorship wall, you get a full lecture theater named after the year group, or after you, or after the company, whatever it is you want the theater hall.
A lecture theater.
Yes. So maybe.
So you can have Ernesto Forisapon lecture.
Yes.
Nana Osei Kwame despite
auditorium, and it will be the auditorium's capacity is bigger than the Accra International Conference Center. So it will be the biggest auditorium in Ghana.
But what's the guarantee that some dean will not come and change the name and say, why did you go and put Osei Kwame despite?
So
what's the guarantee?
there are legal
processes.
Exactly.
Okay,
so there will be an entirely contract, a contract that's binding on other deans, so it cannot be changed.
So you can sue them if they change it?
Yes, you can. For instance, in the current law school, we have the Moses Baden room. Yes, and he was the father and a lawyer. He's the father of Lady Bishop Adelaide Heward Mills, her dad.
Or Moses Baden's father?
No, Moses Baden is her dad. So
yeah, but there is a Moses Baden who is her brother.
Yes, so
Junior.
her father. So
Moses
his
Junior
father.
is Margins, the
yes.
one who did the Ghana card.
Yes, so his father. There's a building in the law school named after him. We also have the R.S. Blair Reading Room. So something like that is engraved in the University of Ghana School of Law's history. Additionally, we can have the name of every member of that year group or every member of Good Evening Ghana. If Good Evening Ghana is the one paying the 100,000, or every member of Zoria China Associates have their name as on the wall. Yes, or inside the lecture theater. So it's either you have it on the wall or you want to.
I think you have a good plan. Whoever put this plan up, let me bring Bella in finally before we finish. So Bella, why should we pay?
Well,
yeah, you go on. We can hear you.
Thank you, Paul. I believe helping students acquire education is one of the fundamental duties of every citizen. And the facilities of the current law school, they are not enough to accommodate all the law students coming. So it's essential to expand these facilities. So we believe helping us would also help improve the educational system in Ghana.
Okay, all right. So
I've been a video of the plan on how...
You want us to show it? How long?
Yes, it's less than a minute.
Okay, let's see the video now if you have it, please.
There's a video on how the law building looks like.
Oh, this is
They don't have...
Okay,
Okay, then
we'll
that's
continue
fine.
to promote the law faculty building as we go along. So don't worry, we'll do it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
The law faculty building. And I'll be sending you some names of people to go to. I'll tell them. I have some lawyers who are very rich, so they can help you. All right, let's get to our next interview. We have an interview with Alfred Kumi, who is launching. He has already launched his campaign to be the NPP's National Youth Organizer. The election comes up sometime this year. Before then, though, let's take a break from our video from Good Morning Ghana. We'll come back and I'll say a little bit about it. It's about Independence Day celebration. The reason why this is a problem is that the independence spending, whilst it's a government spending, is a major stimulant of the economy in all of those places. So the budget of 17 million cedis that is applied, they buy 4,000 flags. It's made by people. They order it from Ghanaians. They know that every March the flags will come. So they prepare for it. They have their staff. They do 4,000 flags. That's why those days you see, Lord Comey used to be in charge of that. You see the flags all over. Ashanti region, 3,000 flags is gone. Brown Ahafo region, okay. Ghana Education Service, budget, independence, rehearsal. So they contact the kinky seller. We are going to do rehearsal for 1 week. So please, we'll buy the kinky from you. On Independence Day itself, they give the children food after. Voter region, boom, gone. Chief of Staff signed. This gone. That is what it's about. It's not about any politician spending any money. President Mahama has been president before. They all know it. That's the independence spending across the country. It's an economic stimulant. Our problem is not spending. Our concern is that when government is spending, it must spend on things that benefit the people, not on themselves. That's really the conversation. That government spending must spend on things that benefit people. The reason why people are complaining about the independence is that the independence is such similar spending. It's spending that goes right down to the grassroots of your political party, right down to the basic end of the society. Everybody benefits from Ghana's independence. And it really tells the independence story. It's a day of freedom. It's a day of celebration. And so you have to that's why, as you said in your concluding remarks, talking to Prof, was that people are saying that the independence vibe is gone. That's it. That's the point. It's a point of national unity. And you spend taxpayers' money for that. That's not the one that you are cutting. You should be cutting other things. You rename Kotoka International Airport and paid money. To who? One contractor. Independence going to 1,000 people. You won't pay. One contractor, you will pay. The greatest good is for the greatest number of people. So that's what the independence is about. So that's why you are seeing what you are seeing. I don't know how the government is going to sustain a very dull 70th anniversary of Ghana's independence. I don't know how they're going to do it. NDC did Ghana's 40th anniversary, MPP did 50th anniversary and 60th anniversary. So since 40, NDC will now have the next opportunity to do a big milestone in the history of this country, 70. Is that what that's going to happen? All the KK sellers, their March bonus is gone. It's not coming. The people who make flag, March bonus gone.
Those who do T-shirt, March bonus gone. John Mahama has taken it. He doesn't want to share it. But when it's about them, they do it. The ministers have bought cars. Gold Boards has money. It's with people. We see all these things. And then when it's about the very basic guy who's selling kinky, you say that I don't want to spend, and you are presenting it as prudence. That, oh, I don't. That is why you are hearing the noises you are hearing. I'm not making those noises. That is what all the media say that, is this really Independence Day? You go to Koforidua, you send them 0 CDs. You send Kumasi 0. You send Sekendita Kwadi 0. Axim 0. District Assembly 0. North Dai 0. Everywhere 0. Accra, then we go home quiet. Are we not independent? Are we not proud of it anymore? Do we not want to be the Black Star of Africa anymore? Why are we quenching the fire of the nation with these settings and overzealous? I'm not corrupt. Who says somebody is corrupt? Nobody is saying anybody is corrupt. Nobody has told you. Don't chase your ghost. Don't chase shadows. Present what the people of Ghana are used to.
But we're broke, Paul.
We have been which independence celebration? It is because you are broke. That's why you have to stimulate the economy. It is because you are broke, and you wish you could do this thing every month. As a proper situation, we should be able to do this every month, but you can't do it every month. So at least that sacred March event, let it go. Deduct so it's 1.5 million that was spent. Ghana's GDP is $69 billion per annum. $69 billion per annum. Okay, so you have cut a spending of 17 million to 1.5 million. Put it in the equation and see what you've done. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Your point is nothing. Infinitesimal.
Yes. And this is something that is going to benefit people. Revive the base, not of politics, but of the whole country. We are used to a certain excitement. It makes us Ghanaian, whether we are poor or we are rich. In fact, if you watch social media over the last 5 years, we, the African countries, we celebrate the independence more than Denmark. America is huge on independence. But if you look at the other country, go to Nigeria's Independence Day on 1st October and see over the last 5 years what social media has brought. Look at the small effect of the jersey when we started wearing it last week. You see, it's a feeling that we need to put us together and generate patriotism for the service of the nation. Independence Day, everybody's Ghanaian. Nobody's NDC, nobody's NPP. We all go to the march past, salutes, and this, and we are happy with it. In the afternoons, there are parties all over. Even the poorest people, they are at the beach. This is Independence Day because somebody has still sold flag, somebody has sold kenke, somebody has sold this, everybody has pocketed their money. People are happy. Then you say you don't want to spend.
We have Assem to boil it poor in Ghana. Hey, NDC. Independence Day, are not doing this. Well. Anyway, Alfred Kume is here, one of my favorite young people. He's running for the NPP's National Youth Organizer. What went into the decision for making the decision to choose this path?
Good evening and thank you, Paul. Paul, we are at a crossroad when it comes to the youth of NPP and the party itself. We are at a crossroad, a critical position where a certain step must be taken. Today we are seeing it in NDC. The agitation is going on. The question is, what do the youth need? It's very important. If you look at the New Patriotic Party, I did a research last year of which you are very much aware to find out why we lost the election. One of the conclusions we came to was that the New Patriotic Party is no longer attractive to young people because in the Twi term that they say Edidija, it's most of the youth that say it. That is the big men don't mind us, they use us and they dump us. These are the things that people talk about. It is not completely true, but politics is about perception. How did we get there as a party? And for us to overcome that perception, then it has to be a renewal that is rebuilding and reviving the love and the trust between the party and the Ghanaian youth. And that is how I arrived at this decision. So the vision is simple, making the New Patriotic Party attractive to young people. That's the vision. And the mission is also restoring hope and opportunities for young people.
Within the party or within the government?
Within the party, and when we come to government, within the government. Because we have to understand that we are at a point where people want to know what they will get before they even get there. It shouldn't be empty promises. People talk about the fact that we should have a social contract with the government, because we don't want to just be campaign soldiers, but we want to be government partners. That is what we want to be as young people. We want to be government partners. And that is what I'm promising for the youth of MPP. That the forgotten men and women of the New Patriotic Party will be forgotten no more. And that what we are seeing today in the NDC government, where they have forgotten their youth. In fact, I'm reaching out to youth in NDC to come and join us, because we will be different. And so, what is going to happen is that, by the grace of God, when I win, I'm going to sit down with the flag bearer and his running mate and tell them that this is what we are going to bring on board. But this is what we also want to get. Why is this important? So, if you look at the voter register of 2024, 70% of that decision makers are youth. So how should it be that we the youth don't get anything? That is where the problem is. We should be part of that government that will be formed.
What about the point about qualification, suitability, and all that? Some people have made that point. The government can only employ a limited number of people.
So what is qualification? What is qualification? When we are using people to work, we didn't ask them for qualification.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you can give people an opportunity to also learn. It's not everybody that will come into government that have the experience.
That's why there's a role for deputy ministers.
Yes,
but it's also limited.
That is also, it's not only about ministerial appointment.
There are deputy CEOs.
They are deputy CEOs.
But
They are CEOs.
that requires perhaps more technical competence.
When they were using us for campaign, that one did not require technical competence. You see, what we have to begin to do for the youth is that we have to create a platform that will groom young people.
Yeah, that's correct.
We have to create a platform. And I'm saying that even if people have to be PA, MPP will not win power. We put you in a position, then you come and tell us that you let an MPP person who sacrificed for the party to be a PA.
A personal assistant?
Yes.
Or a driver?
We
or
have
security?
All of it. All those skill sets are there. There should be a place for everybody.
But even if you do that, you still cannot employ President Mahama won how many votes? 5 million something. And the youth in NDC, they are not up to the main core of the campaigners. They are probably 250,000. It's not going to be able to give all of them something.
So, Paul, that's true. Every great country builds on entrepreneurship. Today, I remember the last speech Dr. Prempeh Napo gave in Parliament before he was announced as running mate. He said something. He said, God gave Ghana two things: natural resources and human resources. One of the things we have failed drastically to do is to develop the human resource, to develop the ideas that people have. At what age did Mark Zuckerberg become a billionaire with Facebook? 21 years.
But he had great ideas.
The black man, the black young African also has great ideas.
But he needs some push.
Yes. Sir, look in this room today. Your average production team member is 26 years.
That's correct.
You believe in young people. You know the capacity of young people. It's the same way you believed in me and you've been mentoring me over a period of time. If you didn't believe in me, you wouldn't be mentoring me for some time now. So, sir, I have seen over the years that young people are great. And young people, look at the time you started. Over 25 to 30 years ago. You were very young, but you were smart. Someone guided you.
And people helped me.
Yes. That is what we need.
But that is quite available. But sometimes they complain that the youth. Katie Amon said they leave their beard.
So let's stop the complaints because they were all youth.
Before, yeah.
They were all youth before.
As Ketia said, Jesus Christ is the only one who shares bread for 5,000 people. He's the only one who can share for everybody.
Because
human beings cannot share for everybody.
Sir, Ketia said that because he wasn't thinking.
Thinking?
Yes, because Jesus said that what he has done, you can do greater. Didn't Jesus say that?
Well, maybe not that he wasn't thinking. He's not accustomed to the biblical things.
Probably. As a man thinker, so is he.
So
he only told us the way he thinks.
So you should do greater.
The youth of Ghana has greater capacity in them. Senior, I'm telling you, I've seen most people doing marvelous things that blows my mind.
But they don't get support from the
We don't get the technical support and the financial support. That's why I was talking about what Dr. Prempe said. You see, today, every week, we are spending 3 billion on gold. Imagine just one of the 3 billion spent to push youth in entrepreneurship, guiding them with a proper consultancy group, giving them KPIs to achieve, helping them register their business, start. Do you know how many youth we would have been able to help? Over 100,000.
With the 1 billion.
With the 3 billion they use every week for gold. And the losses that they are making, they made even losses of around 3 billion.
That's what we're hearing.
So that 3 billion CD losses that they've made, if they gave it to Ghanaian youth, 20,000 Ghanaian youth, giving everybody 100,000 to work.
And pay back.
And pay back. Some people
venture
don't even,
capital.
Sir, some people don't even need that 100,000. Some people just need 20,000, 30,000. I've been engaging some street hawkers. They are telling me all they need is 1,000 Ghana to get their water, their bowl, and something decent to wear to sell on the street.
And they can't get it.
Yeah, they are not getting it.
And they support political parties.
They go and vote.
They are polling station people.
They are polling station people. Some are expressing how they are disappointed in John Mohammed's government. And some are talking about the fact that they should have signed a social contract with John Mahama before he came. And today you see it. Their own people talking about it. But MPP should not get there. That's why when I'm given the opportunity, on 20th September, I will go and sit down with the flag bearer. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a very listening person that I know. And he is more concerned with the youth, the next generation.
That I know, yeah, he is.
And I know he will listen to us.
So you think there will be a new regime of how youth are treated parties if you were to be elected?
We have to. We have no option. We have no option at this point.
Wow.
We have no option. Whatever we have to do to get there.
It's in September, so
yes.
we'll be following the campaign. So where is the voting happening? Is it across the country? Or?
Yes, I think it's going to happen at one place. So every constituency executive under 40, constituency executives under 40, TESCON executives, then you have the youth organizers of every constituency region. They will come together and
But the TESCON people, you hope that they're also under 40?
Because TESCON is a core, because it's the youth part of the party. So it's a core, whether they're under. But I don't see any TESCON executive who is older than 40.
You never know.
You never know, but okay. I've not come across.
We wish you the best.
One yet.
Are you going to be able to raise money for the campaign?
You have to. I mean, I'm getting some good support from wonderful businessmen. Okay. You know, one of the things I want to do when I become a national executive is to also fight for businessmen. Yeah, why would you use your money to support government and after a few months, it's like they don't want to pay you even to 3 years, then you haven't received your money. Today, there are people. NDC thinks they are running a good government, but they've forgotten that they haven't paid contractors.
They pay some?
They are not spending. Oh, yeah. If they have paid some, we will see it. We will know it. Who have they paid?
No, they claim they paid some. Maybe yesterday they issued something about having paid teachers some.
Oh, if you issue, it doesn't mean you've paid.
Oh, it doesn't mean that?
What government white paper? I can even issue some tomorrow.
It doesn't mean they've paid.
Where is the payment? Nurses are crying. Teachers are crying. Contractors are crying.
CLOSAC is on strike.
The There's a lot going on. So they are not spending. And the question is, they do a budget, they spend, but we don't know where the money is going to. We don't know where the money is going to.
They're doing big push.
What big push?
Accra Kumasi.
It's a rebranding. Rebranding. Why do you go and try and create a new path from Accra to Kumasi when there was one that needs to be developed? Akufo-Addo started something solid.
Yeah, the 3-lane.
Then you are
70% complete.
Yeah, you are leaving it to do another thing.
Start all over.
What does it mean? Is it because you want to use your own contractors are crying because they are telling some of them that, oh, you work for the MPP government. Is this how we build a nation? But you are running to some of them for campaign money. And they are businessmen, so they support anybody they want to support.
Yeah. And now they are telling them the MPP.
Yes. Because you work for the MPP government. You want to build cheap compounds, forgetting that we have Agenda 111 projects sitting down. Today, rats and snakes and the rest are playing in it. The NDC, this John Mahama is the same John Mahama we met some time ago. There's no difference. The value is the same. There's no change in value. That's why their own people are crying. Ask yourself today, Alex Mood, where is he?
He's at Mida.
What is there?
I don't know.
He cannot support anybody because he contested some time ago. This guy will not let him come closer to the throne. The mafia going on in NDC is too huge. I'm telling you, the last time I was on Weasel and I was confronting Randy on the show, the host, he's called Randy. I said, when NDC came, they've not done anything. But you carried NDC journalists, you are following them to you have pictures with every NDC big person, from John Mahama, His Excellency, down to the. But when they came, they do. But even bicycle, he doesn't have.
What does he need bicycle for?
I met him in a trotro, and I said, "You are laughing at us. You are trying to convince me to join NDC. After all you did when they came, they've not even done anything for you."
His time will come.
What time?
It will come. See, look at us other people's time.
What time? It's
only 1 year.
No, Esiedu Ketia is just trying to be a politician. He's trying to win some sympathy votes, which you will not get. Esiedu Ketia is just trying to be a politician. We know
but
him.
after 1 year, you give up. Mustafa Bande says they shouldn't give up. But he thinks that this is temporary.
What is temporary?
The hardship and the complaints is all temporary.
So he's accepted that their hardship.
Yeah, he says
then
it's temporary.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
If he accepts that there's hardship,
but he said it's
then
temporary.
I rest my case.
And that is being fueled by MPP people.
So then I rest my case. If he's saying it.
Let me leave it here. It's 19 past 11. Fatih, do you have any text messages concluding ones and then we can wrap it up?
So, coming from Richard says, the NDC are still carried away by election results because they never anticipated such victory. Even in government, they are still behaving as though they are in opposition doing politics over the thing. Zach says, when you guys want positions, you say all manner of things. If the government is unable to create opportunities for all, how do you get jobs for your youth? Let's get officers who can actually bring innovative ideas to the table, which will in turn benefit the people, not going to sit with a flag bearer to tie him to say he will give everyone a chance. And lastly, coming from Yafam, so with all the credentials of the High Commissioner of Ghana to USA, her private affairs is what she was able to use to pry herself. Back to you, Paul.
Okay, viewers, thank you for your time. On Thursday, we have a big show. We're going to be looking at some issues in tourism and the arts and entertainment. It's going to be a very interesting day on Thursday for Good Evening Ghana. Thanks for watching. It's always a pleasure to have you. It's past 11. Thank you for staying with us until this time.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments. Metro TV,
primarily of Americans, but also French, British, and Italian personnel.